Okay. I'm thinking...
It's very likely that Lady Rhea is confined in the Imperial Palace. If so, then our strategy will be to gain control of the streets and then assault the castle. A street battle followed by a castle invasion. It's just one battle after another. It'll be tough, but we have to win.
10 years ago, Dagda and Bridget attacked the Empire from the west. The final target was the capital, but they were countered at a port town long before they reached their destination. We spent a lot of time going back and forth, but at least we made it this far. Thank you. I'm so glad you were assigned to the Blue Lion House, Professor. We made it this far, thanks to your guidance and leadership. There's a bitter fight ahead, that much is certain. You have my lance. Yes, let's do this together.
We'll be heading for the capital soon. So much rests on this moment. Will the war really be over if we take the capital? Yay! I truly believe that a peaceful future is waiting at the end of all of this. I hope this is the final battle. Don't you, Professor? When the war is over, everyone will be busy with their own lives. But let's all meet up again someday. Right here at Garreg Mach. You, His Highness, my father, our monastery friends, the knights, everyone. It was just a silly whim I had, but I really love it. Oh, and I'll bake a bunch of desserts for it. Reunion sweets. All we have to do now is win. Let's get to it, Professor. Professor, once you set out on your next mission, you won't be able to have a proper meal for a while, right? You should eat up while you can. Build up your physical strength to prepare for the mission.
Returning to the monastery brings back so many memories from 5 years ago. Hard to believe we only spent a year together here. So much happened that it felt a lot longer than that. Honestly, I think those memories are what's kept me fighting this long. What was that year like for you, Professor? I don't think I could ask for a better answer. Let's all do our best to survive this, so we can come back here when it's all over. I know that's what I'll be doing.
I keep thinking the war is near its end, then it isn't. When can we finally put this dreadful war behind us? That would be wonderful. Imagine the last moment of combat, then peace. It sounds like a fairy tale. I want to make this a world where there's no fighting, where children can grow up happy and safe.
Professor! My mother might be in the city. I don't have many good memories of her, if I'm being honest, but she's dearer to me than my father. If you happen to see her, please make sure she's not caught up in all the fighting. She's only a civil servant, so hopefully she takes a cue from her burning and stays inside. I wonder what the Emperor looks like. I bet she's really scary. Oh, you don't think so? I've never seen her, so I was just guessing. She tried to destroy the kingdom and the alliance, and order the capture of the archbishop, right? I don't know. Someone who could do such terrible things just has to be really scary looking.
We're heading up to Embar next. I hope I make it back safe so I can tell my little sis about it.
I hear they got a neat opera house there, where Manuela used to perform. What was it called again?
Nah, that doesn't sound... I know we can't see a show.
Yes.
Greetings, Professor. Momentum's really picking up for this final battle, huh? Even I'm starting to feel tense. Me! Enbar's history goes back 1,400 years. That even predates the founding of the Empire. It's one of the sacred sites of the Seros faith, so it's a pretty big deal. But hey, no need to worry about the monastery while you're fighting the final battle. I've got it covered. I'll defend it to my last.
It's such a relief that we've made it this far without having to fight my father. Are you trying to? But still.
It's like this. I only followed her because I didn't want to die. But afterwards I felt so ashamed I wanted to die anyway. I used to work for Cornelia in Ferdiad. I still can't figure out why I did it. Anyway, I'm glad you did what you did. From now on, I'm going to devote myself to the kingdom and fight for what I believe in.
Hi there. Wanting so desperately to speak with Edelgard, just as we're about to fight. Could it be that the prince is having doubts about killing her? I suppose they're the only ones who fully understand the extent of their relationship. He's certainly changed from the vengeful person he once was. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm actually relieved. A king who's responsible for Foldland's future can't exact personal vendettas and have a cold heart. Please, I've got a bit of Dusker blood in me. Vargas is our ancestral enemy. But if that man is going to be the king, I don't see any harm in lending him my blade. I believe that we can forge a proud new kingdom. As you can tell, I'm expecting great things. I won't forgive you if you lose.
Attacking the capital means crossing swords with the Emperor herself. I hope you won't be caught unprepared. I've heard that she'll stop at nothing in the pursuit of victory. Be careful of that Hubert, too. The minister of the Imperial household. They say he's a cunning strategist.
He intends to speak to the Emperor? She's his stepsister, I know, but this seems risky. If the two... Let's just...
Hello.
Hey,
Professor, I've been thinking about how we've got our own ideas about justice. And so does the Empire. And what's coming? It's not just a battle between us and them. It's whoever wins will say they were right and the other side was wrong. And I get it. That's how it goes. But nobody's willing to talk or compromise.
So we'll fight to the death to prove the other guy's wrong. It won't be an easy battle, but let's make sure we come back alive. Right, Professor?
Pardon me. Did you know a magnificent canal flows through downtown Enbar? It's said to have been constructed under the guidance of Saint Seros before the Empire was even formed. Ever since, that canal has been a major lifeline for the capital's development. And now this is how the Empire repays it. Truly, no good deed goes unpunished.
We're about to put the finishing touches on this war. I wonder how Fodlan will look without the backdrop of death and destruction. I can't wait to see it. On the other hand, I'm terrified of what the future might hold. Who knows if I'll survive the assault on the capital?
Fighting in the capital? Ugh. And we're fighting against Edelgard. Double ugh. But with you leading us, Professor, I know we'll win. Yeah! Woo! Fighting! I'm a little scared, to be honest. I'm just shouting to relieve the tension, but I'll be fine.
Looks like we're nearing the end of this struggle. I'm sure Lady Rhea is on tenterhooks waiting for me to swoop in and rescue her. I was just kidding. Pay me no mind. Lady Rhea's not waiting for me, I know. No matter how much I might wish she were. She's waiting for you.
Hey,
Sorry, but I'm not the fighting type. All I can do is lend you the stuff you need. And, pray to the goddess for your safety. Win, live, and return, okay? Mostly so you can pay me back for the stuff you borrowed.
Please.
Professor, our next battlefield will be the Imperial capital. There will be no turning back. If you have any unfinished business here, you'd best settle it before we depart. I knew I could count on you. Good luck.
let me consider.
I believe in you, but please ensure that His Highness survives as well. Fodlan's future would be in peril if we lost him. I would not be able to go on. Thank you.
It matters, and I understand the desire to reach a conclusion. But we mustn't overlook the sins inherent in our deeds. We have lost, I pray. Need something? This one? You're all set. This one? You're all set. See you again soon. Professor.
Professor, at last. The end is nigh. I love the Empire. Part of me wants it to survive, but I know that is not reasonable. The Empire's time has come. The kingdom is battle-scarred. The Alliance is in tatters. People must be terrified. The world is crumbling around them. What we need now is a mighty leader who can rebuild Fodlan and rule it as a single nation. Nonetheless, It saddens me that we will not have an Adrestian emperor.
At last, we've come to the final confrontation. Ruin to the Empire. Glory to Fargus. Of course, to be perfectly honest, I would have much preferred to march against the Empire at the head of the Alliance. But I suppose I have Claude to thank for denying me that satisfaction, don't I?
Life can be tough, you know. But if you've got your friends to help you through, it can be a lot easier. Maybe you butt heads sometimes, but that's okay. That's how you build bonds, right? And I've got friends, Professor, plenty of those. It's true love that seems to have passed me by. But where is my at this point?
So, have you considered, when you think of it, as one approaches the end of a war, the sacrifices only grow larger. The winning side musters their forces and attempts to strike a decisive blow, while those of the losing side make desperate attempts to turn the war in their favor. Neither side will give. I only wish we consider those who lose their lives in that struggle. I can appreciate.
I was born in Enbar. My mother and father met in a church there. Not too long after, I was brought into the world. I do not understand how war can happen in such a precious place. It is most regrettable. Professor!
Enbar's streets are paved with unhappy memories. I've avoided the damned map, especially.
Hey! At last, it's time to face the Flame Emperor, Edelgard. I know that the future of all Fodlan rests on this battle. Nothing else is more important. But for me, this is personal. For Captain Gerald's sake, I'm going to give it all I've got and more.
Professor, here we are, facing the final battle. We have his.
Rhea will be somewhere in the city. The battle will...
Dear Goddess. For your safety, I'll do all I can to survive. But please, please don't die out there, Professor.
Whenever I think about how we'll be seeing Lady Rhea real soon, I get happy. We'll get there for sure, right? I just gotta believe.
I need to be speaking. 5 years ago, Edelgard said a thing to me. Brigid is a vassal of the Empire, but she also said I always have the freedom to be choosing whether I am with or not with her. I will become the ruler of Brigid. So she said I must make my own path. So now, my path and her path will be colliding.
I'd like you to explain something.
I see.
Professor.
Thank you. Come, I think we...
Here's the. I'm really getting it.
This is making sense.
Guess I need to know this. I've got the gist of age is but a
Technique never betray.
I think I've got the idea.
Professor.
Mission complete.
Professor. Thanks.
Mission complete.
Hopefully this proves useful.
I suppose it...
Professor, do you think Edelgard will show up?
Well, well. It's been a long time, Professor. And hello to you too, Dimitri.
Edelgard, I did not think you would actually accept my request.
Call it a win. Well then, what did you want to talk about?
I will get straight to the point. Why did you start this war? There had to be a way to change things in your territory without the need for so many senseless casualties.
It may be hard to believe, but this is the way that leads to the fewest casualties in the end. Don't you see?
How could I? Countless people have already lost their lives in this conflict.
The longer we took to revolt, the more victims this crooked world would have claimed. I weighed the victims of war against the victims of the world as it is now, and I chose the former. I believe that I have chosen the best path, the only path.
Even after seeing the faces of those who have suffered the ravages of war, you would still force them to throw their lives away for the future? You are obsessively devoted to this war, and deaf to the screams of its victims. You cannot change the cycle of the strong dominating the weak with a method like that.
You're wrong. That very cycle is exactly what I have devoted my life and my power to destroying.
If after all of this, you believe the weak will still be weak, that is only because they are too used to relying on others instead of on themselves.
Yes, perhaps someone as strong as you are can claim something like that. But you cannot force that belief onto others. People aren't as strong as you think they are. There are those who cannot live without their faith, and those who cannot go on once they have lost their reason for living. Your path will not be able to save them. It is the path of the strong, and so it could only benefit the strong.
So you consider me strong, do you? Even if one clings to their faith, the goddess will never answer them. Countless souls will be lost that way, living without purpose. And I can be counted among those who have died that way as well. But that's why I must change this world, on behalf of the silent and weak.
And do you intend to become a goddess yourself? Will you steal the power to take action from the broken-hearted masses you claim to defend? The ones who can truly change the way of the world are not the rulers, but the people. Pushing your own sense of justice and your own ideals onto even one other person is nothing more than self-righteousness.
Maybe it is self-righteousness, but it doesn't matter. Someone has to take action and put a stop to this world's endless, blood-stained history.
Do you not believe in the power of the people to join together and rise up? Humans are weak creatures. They are also creatures who help each other, support each other, and together find the right path. I have learned that humans are capable of all that from the professor and from everyone in my life.
I doubt a highborn person like yourself could know how the poor feel or what motivates them. This is nonsense, though I'm finally starting to understand how you feel. But that makes it even clearer to me that we can never fully understand each other.
I feel the same. I finally understand what you believe is right.
Goodbye, Dimitri.
Wait, Edelgard. There is something I must give you. This is for you. Use it to cut a path to the future you wish for. And I will rise up to meet you there. Elle.
Elle! So it's true. You're really going away? Going back home?
There's nothing I can do about it. It's all happening so fast. I'm as surprised as you are.
Elle. Here. I want you to have this. Elle, listen to me. No matter how hard things get, you can't give in, okay? You've got to cut a path to the future you wish for, no matter what.
It's a dagger? Why would you give me something like this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't think of anything better to give you.
Edelgard, what are you doing? It's time to go. Hurry and get in the carriage.
Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle. I have to go now. Goodbye, Dimitri.
I remember now. You gave me a dagger all those years ago.
I'm still sorry about that. I should have given you something that would have made you happier.
Perhaps. At the time, I was quite flustered by such a dangerous gift. I left without giving you a proper response, and that was the last time we saw each other.
True. It is a sweet memory, with a bitter ending.
I'm afraid it will do no good to reminisce, Dimitri. That girl you knew back then is gone, as good as dead. But I'll tell you now what I wasn't able to tell you back then. Thank you, my dear forgotten friend. Because of you, I never lost my heart. As for the future, that will be decided in battle. King of Fargus, as the Emperor, I shall await your arrival in Inbar.
One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her. The Kingdom Army, having gathered new troops and significant strength, commences its march towards the imperial capital of Embar. In response to their movements, Emperor Edelgard orders her trusted retainer, Hubert, to the front lines to meet the Kingdom Army head-on. The two forces clash in the city streets.
Gates to the Imperial capital have been broken. All troops, storm in! The Emperor...
Imperial troops are dug in across the city. Let's cut through them and carve a route to the palace.
The Savior King arrives, hands red with blood. Let's give him a royal welcome.
Artillery! Once the enemy is in range, fire at will.
Reinforcements will fly in shortly. Keep your focus and hold steady until they arrive.
I am prepared.
I'm your girl. Close one. You're done. It had to be done.
Reassuring.
be done. This is...
Leave it to me. I swear it wasn't in vain.
Ready when you are. Let's clean up. Going for the kill. Feels good to fight for a cause.
Impressive.
More fighting.
I'd be honored.
I'll crush them all.
What's the plan?
Shall we? That's enough! Never let your guard down.
I'll cut through.
What's my strategy?
Thinning their members. Stay down.
me. Will this ever end? The situation is dire.
All for our future.
You fought well. This level of mastery is enough. I'm still here. I'll keep.
I'll try. Can't afford to slack off.
Draw them toward the Opera House. Reinforcements will be here any moment.
Close one. Going for the kill. Thinning their numbers. Not.
It was the only way.
Is that it? Yes. This was good.
Don't bother haunting me. That took too much.
Going for the kill. Feels good to fight for a cause.
A threat eliminated.
Ready when you are. I don't regret this power.
all this.
I'll never back down.
Let's think about this.
Missed. Thinning their numbers. Is that all? Stay down.
You ready?
Can't afford to lose. I'd better keep up.
It is done. Onward.
All for Lady Rhea. Nice. Not finished yet.
I'm still here. So they've stopped our reinforcements. We will need to thin their numbers as well, or else.
If House Farley's troops arrive in time, we may be able to flank the kingdom's army.
could turn the tides.
War is for the wealthy. We don't even have enough to eat. I'm sure the goddess won't punish us for a little bit of thievery here and there.
I'm in. Witness my resolve!
One to remember. There it.
I'll try.
Fighting is what I do.
Watch and learn.
stay vigilant. More. Think this through.
I'm not quite ready to die.
I'll cut a path for His Highness.
I'll keep putting.
won't be in vain.
Invigorating.
On to the next battle. Only the strong.
Let's see it.
Weak. Pathetic.
Let's try. Too slow.
You can't win! Yes.
It's almost a shame to kill you. Not even death will make you consequential.
Not quite. Guess I have no choice. Can't afford to slack off. Too slow.
I feel weak.
Can't give up yet.
You're amazing.
Is that it?
More reinforcements.
Ready when you are.
We must place our faith in Her Majesty. Her Her victory is everything.
It's over. The way to the palace is clear. Let's move! Send your platoons to capture Enbar. There is to be no needless killing or pillaging. Understand?
Yes, Your Highness.
Edelgard awaits us. We will advance our main forces straight to the palace. Yes, it has truly been a long war. We have only made it this far because of you. Actually, no. I will save that sentiment for after we win this battle. We will advance our troops and confront her. We must strike down the Emperor and end this war.
My life is yours, Your Highness.
Let's win this and go back home in victory. I'll do the very best I can.
On my honor as a knight, I will not lose.
I know the goddess is watching over us. Let's be sure to return home safely. All of us.
As a citizen of Fargus, I will fight with everything I have.
Is this what a do-or-die situation looks like? You would best give it your all too, General.
Go and win. Be the boar that you are. And don't you dare look back.
Yes, I will... No. We will win this. Together. Everyone, move out!
The time has nearly come.
Yes, the anomaly should present itself shortly. However,
There's no reason to fret. Besides, it's far too late to second guess. Now, assume your position. I can't promise your safety if you remain here.
Very well.
This pain is nothing compared to what I have already suffered.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Verdant Rain Moon. Oath of the Dagger. After storming the streets of Enbar and bringing Imperial forces to their knees, the Kingdom army surrounds the Imperial Palace. But the enemy that awaits them there is not the Edelgard they once knew.
We have annihilated Enbar's army. If we strike her down now, this war will finally be over. I imagine she intends to keep fighting until the bitter end. If this is the end she has chosen, it is my responsibility to see it through with her. Isn't that so, Emperor of Adrestia? We have no choice but to destroy each other. Such is the destiny we were born to. That is why I will now rise up to answer her iron will with the bite of my lance.
I will protect you at all costs. We will both live to see tomorrow. Your Majesty.
If the king falls here, that would mean my father's and brother's deaths were in vain.
Orlanato, Kristoff, everyone, I will not lose.
Well, if I were to die now, I'd have a lot to explain to my brother.
All will be okay. I know we can win. I won't falter, no matter who we're facing.
For all those who have lost their lives in this war, we cannot lose.
It is time. Onward to our final battle.
They are here, but my progress cannot be stopped, no matter how many people try. The war's end will spell destruction for one of us. There can only be one ruler of the world.